The biggest losers of the trade deadline, oh, I'm excited for this one, is the Phoenix Suns. Yes, the Phoenix Suns. They've already been eliminated from, actually making the playoffs. Possibly they make the play-in tournament, but in reality, the Phoenix Suns are not going to be, winning a playoff series. They'll be lucky to win a playoff game because last season they got swept in the first round by Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves, and now they got an even worse, and now they think they're going to contend. No. Nah, season's over. Pack it up. The GM already came out and said, oh, they're done making moves. They're going to focus on improving the roster in the summer. Well, they've made a team that was up 2-0 in the finals become a play-in team. Best case scenario, by the way. And keep in mind, you've got Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers that's ever played basketball. 7-foot guy that moves like a point guard. Yes, he's getting up there in age, but he's still putting up numbers. And then you've got, obviously, Booker. But they just made a trade, trading Yusuf Nurkic and a first-round pick, basically to get rid of that contract for Cody Martin, and and a second-round pick. And it's just this isn't move anybody. It's kind of funny because the Suns and Booker were talking so poorly about DeAndre Ayton after he got traded, saying how he's soft, how he sucks. And then you replaced them with Nurkic, hyped up Nurkic, and Nurkic doesn't even have a single stat this season over 10 points. There's no double. He's got a triple single. He's got a triple single, guys. But DeAndre Ayton is averaging a double, 14 points and 10 rebounds. Called him soft. Said he sucked. But instead you got rid of him. And now this is a great, sentence and quote. You don't know what you've lost until you've lost it. And you've lost DeAndre Ayton, who would be a better player than Nurkic. And you called him soft. You disrespected him. Had a career night the other day against you. He dropped 25 points and 20 rebounds. Hey, DeAndre Ayton, congratulations for getting your get back on one of the worst organizations in the NBA, because the Phoenix Suns have done nothing but regress ever since being 2-0 in the finals, which is kind of funny because do you guys remember when Chris Paul was like, oh yeah, man, I'm addicted to winning games in the finals. Hey, man, after that 2-0, congratulations, Chris Paul. You've absolutely, surpassed your addiction. Hey, sober from NBA final wins. But this is the roster, how it's looking like. Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, Grayson Allen, Jones. Bradley Beal, who was somebody that the Suns wanted to move, he has a no trade clause, did not want to move. He didn't want to disrupt his family, and he's been moved to the bench. So it's looking like Jones and Booker in the backcourt, Durant and O'Neal as the forwards, and Richards as the starting lineup, and that really isn't even a top 15 team, top 16. No, possibly top 20. Like, it's literally KD and Booker and the LA Fitness squad over here. Literally, you got 3 bums and KD and Booker. It's absolutely shambolic what they've done to this roster. This used to be, you had Mikal Bridges and Cam Johnson running the wings with Booker and Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton. You made the finals. You blew it up for KD. And then Kevin Durant. They forgot that it's a 5v5 on the court and then you need a bench as well. But you gave up all that young depth for Kevin Durant. And now you have KD and Booker with a bunch of bums. And then you gave up, even more depth for Bradley Beal, who's been trash. And then you did it for Nurkic. And then DeAndre Ayton looks like twice the player that Nurkic is. So they've done nothing but acquire talent and then turn it into waste. And if the Phoenix Suns want to actually have a bright future, because they keep giving away assets for no reason for players that are out of their prime, players past their best days, they need to get rid of Durant. Durant has this season and next year. Kevin Durant is, he hasn't requested a trade, but he's obviously underwhelmed with the trade deadline. Obviously, they wanted Jimmy Butler, and they thought Jimmy Butler could be a Band-Aid to give him a shot to have some sort of run in the playoffs, and Jimmy Butler goes to the Warriors, another team in the West. So, if I'm Kevin Durant, I'm requesting a trade, and if I'm the Phoenix Suns, I say gladly, because you really just want to build around Booker. Booker is probably the only player on this roster in his prime and that has all NBA type production. So you're going to build around Booker. You got to find a way to dump that Beal contract. And then KD, you can get some sort of assets. I think a great thing that would have happened, because it kept coming out that the Mavericks wanted to go after Kevin Durant, is you could have got yourself 3 starters that will fit the Devin Booker timeline. And you could have traded KD, maybe get some draft compensation, possibly if you could talk in Nico Harrison into something like that. And to be fair, Nico Harrison just let go of Luka Doncic, so you never know what you can get out of that guy. But KD for Lively or Gafford, one of the two. You could have got yourself a proper big man. And then you could have got yourself a PJ Washington, and maybe you push for a Max Christie. And that would have been, I would have preferred that team for the Suns, because you probably get in the play-in, you probably get bounced out in the play-in, but you're gonna get bounced out either way. But you've got three guys in their, in their 20s that you could build off, with some depth in the summer. You get rid of some cap, and then you can acquire some star power, and you would have starters slash role players on the team from the KD trade. But KD's trade value is already pretty low, and it's going to get even lower in the summer. So this Suns GM has just absolutely, him and Nico Harrison and the Bulls GM, those are the three guys that you have to question. Why are they employed? Because they have done nothing but blow their teams up and allow other teams to contend. These guys just give away talent as if, it's the swap meet, as if it's goodwill, treating actual superstars like they're role players, that they're tradable. It's kind of crazy here, because Levine for Zach Collins, that's got to be some sort of, crime right there. The Luka Doncic AD one, you're kind of selling your future for a win now type thing, so you can't really, put this guy in Guantanamo Bay either. But, having a team like the Phoenix Suns, who were destined for a championship, and turning it into KD and Booker and some LA Fitness guys, is just not ideal. And you really got to look into trading Kevin Durant, because the timeline isn't working anymore. Kevin Durant's wasting his last years of his career, and you're wasting Booker, the amount of time you have him under contract, and KD as well. It's just a mess in Phoenix. It's probably one of the worst organizations right now, and they're in no man's land. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos. Leave a comment down below. What do you think the Phoenix Suns should do in the offseason? And do you think Kevin Durant should be on the move? But anyways, thank you guys for watching.